Alright, so these details in here we are going to make in a Substance Painter, so don't worry. You can do another thing if you want to. You can add some, I would say some runes here. So we're going to do that later on. I have it done in my previous tutorial about modeling a medieval sword, if you have seen that. So it's the same technique, but I'm just going to show you how you can do that in here. But first we have to add this detail up here, this round stuff. So from round it's going to be edgy, and from edgy it's going to be round again. So it's a little bit strange, but let's see how we can do this. So maybe we're going to start with a cylinder here. So add a cylinder, make sure it's 64 vertices, that's totally fine. Go into edit mode and first of all put it on top like that, scale it. So let's see if we scale it, I don't know. Yeah, let's see if we put it on top of this. It's going to intersect a little bit with the blade, that's totally fine. That's looking cool. So like that. Shade smooth, add this modifier here. And let's see how we can do this. So maybe just drag them down. Add some, I don't know, add some loop cuts here or just insert it. It's the same thing. So like that. And just do some general details. I don't know if I like this type of round stuff here that big, so maybe we're going to make that a little bit smaller so it's just fitting on top of that. Or another thing you can do is, I'm just going to undo this, or maybe I'm going to delete this better, and we're going to add a cube for that. So put this cube on top, so make it slightly the same space, so like that. It has not to be the same space, but yeah, that's fine. So put them like that, and the thing we can do here is just select these edges, and with Command B you can bevel them. So make some round edges going on here. So maybe with, let's see, we have here, so maybe like that. So maybe it's a little bit too big, so just go a little bit down with that. And I think I'm going just to add some loop cuts here, just bevel them. So we have this, add another one, and we have that. And with this we can just extrude it and scale it inside like that. So that's fine. So I'm going to just do the same thing on that. So we have some major detail going on here. Alright, that's looking, yeah, it's looking good. Let's see what we can do here. Maybe we can add another one, another cylinder here. 64 vertices, that's perfect. Drag and drop it on top. Scale it a little bit. I'm going to scale it more like that, so we have some thing here going on. You can just scale it a little bit more to be bigger. And with that, I'm just trying to mimic this area here. So let's see how I can do that. If we just extrude them up like this, scale it inside like that. We're going to add here some loop cuts, so we can just make a little bit round here, this stuff. Shade it smooth, and then we need our modifier here. So it's not looking very cool, so we have just to go a little bit more. So maybe like that. Just do one by one. That's totally fine. It's looking a little bit too low poly maybe. Oh, I just see I have done it totally in the wrong way. So with that we're going inside. So like that, we're going to make some, I don't know, let's try some cone inverse maybe. So like that, and now it's going outside. Yeah, that's looking fine. Good. I'm going to steal this on top here, so make it bigger, and just go down like that in this area. We can just make it a little bit more bigger. So like that. We have to make a known separation of it, so press P, separate by selection. So we can just take this here, put it a little bit on top, so like that. And we have obviously to recalculate our normals. And with that, we have just to be very pointy up here, so like that. As you can see here, it's totally fine. Alright, so on that, I just want this edge here to be sharp. And we have this little detail in here, but let's just take that, insert it, and maybe go up like that. Let's see if we can just do here another detail. So maybe bevel that. It's looking a little bit better. Alright, that's fine on that. So let's see, let's do some detailing in here. What we can do here. So let me think. Let's start with that. We can add some runes maybe. To add some runes, I have just a reference pic. So if you just watched my previous tutorial about modeling a sword, there are some roots on it. You can do totally the same thing, but if you don't watch that, I can show you how I made them. So I have here this runes template. We can use that. You can just type in Google or another search machine from some runes if you want to, and you can just add them. That's totally fine. And basically the stuff I'm doing here is just to, first of all, I'm deselecting the selection mode here. So go to this filter type here, activate this here, and you can just deactivate the selection of the object here. That's totally fine. And basically I'm adding a plane here, rotated by 90 degrees, and I'm just mimicking this this object here. So take that, put it here, and yeah, do something like that, so you have at the end the runes. So here I just want to be straight, make a cut here, make another cut here, delete maybe, oh, we need another one here, so like that, delete this face in here, go up with that, and basically that's it for this rune. After you just done the whole the rest of it, you can go select all and just extrude it back, and you have this rune here done. That's totally fine. But I'm going to use the other one I had made previously for my other tutorial, so I don't going to redo that. So I'm going just to import it quick. I have here my runes, so just copy that in here in my file. What I'm going to do here is, first of all, I'm going to put them here in the front, and now we can determine where I just want them. So maybe I just want, I think so a line of runes here, but it's a little bit too big, so we can just add them here. So it's gonna be here, that's fine. And maybe some runes going on the left, on the right, or something like that. So we have to think about it, how we can do that. So that's looking cool. So let's see, can maybe go in here, make them a little bit smaller, so we can just put a little bit more of them here. So some type of, spell or something like that going on here. I don't really know what it's saying. Maybe it's saying something, but I don't know. I just copied that and put it in some some different style maybe, but I think that's enough. That's enough. So let's see how it's looking. If we just go inside here, select that, we're going to put them on the back like that. So let's see, that's enough for that area. So just deselect them. And we're going to put them here like that. It's looking cool, I think. On that, I'm going to add a mirror modifier. So generate mirror, and for that we need the XX, that's right, but it's going in this way. It's not really what I want, because our origin is here somewhere in the middle. It's not right, and I just want it on the Y-axis, so on the back. That's the right area. That's totally fine. Now we have to just put the origin into the world origin. So select the object, make sure that your 3D cursor is in the world origin. That's fine. Now we can just press Q to origin to 3D cursor, or go to object, and in here you have the option set origin, and in here you have the option origin to 3D cursor. It's the same thing, and you have it now on the right spot. That's perfect. Good. Let's see what else we can do here with the rest of them. So maybe we're going to put these here. So like here in the middle, but I don't think it's looking cool if it's just mirroring it on the other side, maybe. I don't really want that, so I'm going to separate them by selection. Just select that, press P, separate by selection. Deactivate here the mirror modifier. We don't want that here, maybe. If you want it, you can just keep it, but I want it in this. Oh, I have just this here activated. I don't want that, so make it a little bit smaller. I want 3 of them fitting in here, so like that. So this here I just want right in the middle. Then we have some spelling going on here. And obviously we need on the other side the same thing. So let's see how we can do that. Maybe we can steal something here. So let's steal this here. Make a known separation of it. Do the same thing, just deactivate or delete the mirror modifier. And it's important that we have the same size, so just scale them accordingly to the other one. So like that, perfect. And it's fitting. That's what I want. Perfect. Good. Put it on top. So like that. Take this here, put it on the right space, on the right area, and we have to be very precise for that. So we have to be in here. Perfect. That's not looking bad. So we can just select both of them with Command J. You can join them together, and that's fine. Alright, for the rest we can do something else here. Oh, we have here some problems going on. I don't really want that. So make the same thing here. Separate by selection. Delete. Don't delete the mirror modifier because we want it on the back side. So just deactivate here the XX axis and you're totally fine. And we need another mirror modifier on that. And on here just activate the Y. And that's fine. I just want these edges here maybe some a little bit round. Let's see what we can do here. But you see, if you just do that, if you just bevel it, we have here some problems going on. So we have just resolved it first. So take them and delete dissolve edges. So we can't really dissolve that. So we have to do another thing up here. I'm going to isolate the view for first. So we can just work with that. So let's see what we can do. Maybe we are going just to subdivide that. We are going to put this vertex on the right spot here. Subdivide that line again. Put the vertex on this spot here. Now we can just select this, J, select these two, J, make them straight. So it's all perfectly, perfectly done here. So you can just delete these two. So we are good to go here. And the same thing down here, just subdivide that, put it in this place here, do it again. So like that, J, J, and here the same thing. So we can delete that and this here. We have to delete that, this too, and now we can just select this and hopefully it's working now. Yes, it's perfect. Good. Let's see how I can do that. So maybe like that. Don't worry about that. We are going to do the same thing down here. So, but it's looking cool. It's looking cool. All right, let's do here the same thing. So delete this too. Down here we have to do the same thing. So just subdivide that, put it in place. Again, and we can just join them together, delete these lines here, make that straight, and now we can just take them and bevel that. Really cool, really cool. So I want some details going on in here, so just some sudden details maybe. Let's see how I can do this. I think we are going to have some problems maybe, but we can try. Just put a loop cut in here, select the whole thing, and make sure you are on individual origin, and now you can just extrude it inside like that. Actually, it's looking cool. And yeah, we have this detail done. Make sure here you are straight going down, so like that, but we have to be on this curve. So let's see if we just sing like that. That's good. It's good. Same thing up here. I just want to add a loop cut and make sure you are on the same spot like the other one. I think it's this here maybe. Let's see. Yep, it's the same. Perfect. So take that, so the whole loop cut, and extrude it down a little bit. Same here. Take that and put it here on this place. So for the runes, I just want maybe some spacing going on here, so it's not obviously just one face. We can do this simply by, let me think about that, maybe add a cube, go into edit mode, put it here in place, make it smaller, so like that. I just want to have some spacing here. So put it here, put them down, and now we have just to put it in this area. Yeah, that's looking cool. So add a mirror on that. Obviously on the back side too. So y-axis. Perfect. So what else we can do here? Let me think. Maybe something in here. So let me add another inset here. Insert. Just press E. Insert it like that. Go inside. And now we can just make some, I don't know, some forms maybe. How we can do that? Cylinder. Rotate by 90. Oops, we have to rotate by 90. Like that. Going to make it smaller. I'm just thinking about if we just mirror it on both sides, so let's try that first. So I'm going to put some major forms, maybe. I'm going to add a mirror modifier on that. And let's see. Going to insert that. Extrude it inside. First of all, I shade it smooth. So we have 3 of them here. It's looking a little bit strange. Or maybe we can just do some type of bolt here. So I'm going to add a UV sphere. I'm going to rotate by 90. Or just wait. So go into edit mode, rotate it by 90. Put it a little bit in front. So we're going to make the same, fairly the same thing here, down here. So make it smaller, so that's fitting inside of that. I'm going to add them to the other one, and yeah, it's looking good. We have to obviously mirror that on the other side. And we have this detail in here. Let's go down here to this part where we have this leather straps going on. I'm going to make fairly the same as I have done in my Sword tutorial. So once again, if you want to, you can just watch that. It's the same thing going on. So good. To begin with, first of all, we're going to add a plane for that. Go into the edit mode, rotate it by 90 degrees and put it down here. So we have to just rotate it another time on the Z-axis, so we have this face facing us. So we are going to delete one side, so we need only this here. That's totally fine. Go into the object mode and apply all transform. That's very important that you do that. Go to the modifier tab and add here a screw modifier. So just type in screw, and we have just to take some adjustment here. So first of all, angle, if you can see, we need 360. That's totally fine. On the screw, if you go up, you can see it's doing something we want to. So maybe on this height here, so we are going to close them like that. I think it's a little bit too big, so I'm going just a little bit down with that. I don't want it that big. This here, it's the furthest the right size. So go down again with that. That's fine. Iteration, if you go up with that, you can see we are going up all the way up with that, with this screw. Oops, that's the wrong one. We need this here. I think it's a little bit too much going on here, so sorry, I've just undone that, so that's fine. Just leave a little bit of a space, that's good. So I think that's enough. Maybe I think we have just to make another one like that, and we have to go obviously all the way down. So like that, you have to close it here, so this is fine. Another one up, and that's good. I just want a little bit more of a render, so go up with that. If we go just to, I don't know, 30 maybe. Oh, I think that's the wrong one. So go steps viewport to 30, and you see we have a little bit more of a high poly. We just want it obviously on the render too. So that's good. I think we are done here. So let's do now add another modifier, and it's called solidify modifier. So go to generate solidify modifier, so we can add a little bit of a space here. So we need a little bit more. I go to even thickness, and we have just to go to thickness and just put it in like that. That's fine. And another thing we have to do is obviously we have to add our normals generator here, so we have it all perfectly generated. So to prevent this space, just go inside. As you can see, we are going inside with that. That's all perfectly good. Well, I'm thinking it's looking so far good. And we can just go inside here and just apply the solidify modifier. So go into the object mode, apply that. Oh, sorry, we have just to apply the screw modifier first, then the solidify modifier. And now we have here all the geometry. So I'm going to do another time this, but I think we have here some problems with that. Let me see if we have some custom geometry here. No, we don't have. So yeah, we have to just keep it. It's totally fine. All right, we have to make now some type of border here. It's very easy, but no, let's do that first. So just bevel that, loop cut here like that. It's very important that you go into the face select mode. Now we can just insert it, but I think we have to be on individual origins here. I'm going to undo that quick. So extrude that inside, but you see we have a problem here. So we have just to extrude it, cancel the extrusion, and then you have just to scale it. So on with the exclusion of the z-axis, so S Shift Z, and now we can just scale it inside of that, and you have this detail done. Good. For this problem, it's we can just resolve that by simply deleting the upper half. So all the things up here, it's very easy. Just go into the edit mode, go into the vertex select mode, press K, press on this point here, whatever you want, just inside of that, obviously. And or maybe let me do it down here, so we are going to save some vertex count. And if you want to, you can just press A to angle constrain that, and C to cutting through. So we are going to cut all the way through, and we can just delete the upper half. So select that and delete that, and you're good to go down here. Same thing on the part down here. So go into the edit mode. I'm going to select all the things up here. So we have to put a cut here. So K, A, and C to cut through, and delete all the stuff on the bottom. So another thing, if you don't want, if you don't know the exactly options that you have with the knife tool, if you just press K, you see down here all the options that you have. So C is cut through, and A is angle constraint. So with C you can cut through the whole object, and A you can constrain it to an angle like that if you want to. Good, we have done this little thing here. So I think for the rest I'm going just to do it in Substance Painter, but we have to decide it. Yeah, we can decide it later on. But for now I think we are fairly done with the high poly. So let's do the final polish, I would say, for that. So to do that, it's very easy. Take one object, go to the modifiers and add the bevel modifier. So just type in bevel. With the bevel modifier, it's very important that you go to amount 0.02, segments go up to 3, limit method go to weight. On geometry, minor outer go to arc, clamp overlap deactivate, shading harden normals, and that's the basic stuff I'm doing here. So select all, make sure this object is our primary selection, so where we have the bevel modifier, and go to this button here and just go to copy to selected, and now all the other stuff have this bevel modifier in here. Good. So the next thing is we have to go inside here. Then we have just to select the sharp edges. So if you have it on the quick favorites, just go to, let me see where it is, select sharp edges. Or another thing you can do is go to select, and in here you have the same thing called sharp edges. So it's fairly the same thing. Alright, open the end panel, and under edge data, mean bevel weight, we have just to go a little bit up. So just go with that, up like that, and you see it's going to do some stuff here. But don't exaggerate like that, you have a problem here. So go just a little bit, and you have your details in here. That's totally fine. So up here I don't want it like that, so I go like a little bit out.